these are the four formulas that this formula we are just discussing in this slide, but I already gave you that we have discussed these formulas in previous slides. So going back to our here. So at the start of the period, retained earning, beginning balance of retained earning, plus or minus profit, and profit how we calculate? Revenue minus expenses. If it is a positive figure, revenue minus expenses. If it is a positive figure, we call this profit. If it's a negative figure, we call this loss, right? So that's why here it's plus or minus. So don't worry about that. So what is the formula? Fourth, we talk about retained earning at the end. Beginning retained earning or opening retained earning plus this year retained earning, current retained earning. So current retained earning is equal to revenue minus expenses, which is equal to profit minus dividend. So this is the equation that is shown in flow chart. So don't just get confused. Let me just erase this one. So I think it's better to understand that from there here, right? So don't just get confused with this flow chart. This is just an equation and a full equation in which you can also find out how we can find out profit, revenue minus expense. Here, if it's a positive number, net income. If it's a negative number, net loss. How we can find out current year. Current year retained earning, simple, profit minus dividend, or revenue minus expense minus dividend. How can we find out the ending year retained earning? So beginning plus current year retained earning, all this box, we will find out the ending retained earning. So are we clear? Milicia, Mimi, David, Priscilla, Miria, Marcos, Noon,
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear.
Yeah, clear.
Momo, Oliver,
Yes.
Subhan.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, now we just finished the theoretical part and understanding of the concept of some equations. Now let's do a practical example here. So I would be doing this illustration with you, and then next, illustration we will be doing in breakout room. And remember, in breakout room, we must follow the ethics. The ethics of breakout room. Must turn on your camera. So the feature of breakout room is that it is a group study. Like I give you some class participation or class assignment, so making your group so that you can interact with each other. Plus, unmute your microphone. So that you can discuss the answer, how you are doing that, okay? And also at the end, when you are submitting your class participation, write your student ID on the page. Right, so 3 ethics that we should follow every lecture in every lecture. So it is a must condition. So you are allowed to turn off your camera during the lecture when I'm recording. I have no offense with that, but during the breakout room activity, because breakout room activity is not going to be recorded, so you must turn on your camera and talk to your classmates like the one you are doing in a real time, real time studies, right? Must turn on your camera and turn on your microphone. Okay. So illustration. So let's just do that. So we have Blue Diamond Corporation has current assets of 360 million. Property, plant, equipment, 600 million. Other assets, 220 million. Current liabilities are 210 million and long-term liabilities are 560 million. Now, use these data to write Blue Diamond's accounting equation. So what is the accounting equation? Assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. So this 360 million current assets, yes. Plant, property, and equipment, these are the assets we talked about in our previous slide. Yes, these are the assets. Other assets, it already mentioned, which is 220 million, right? Okay. Liabilities, current liability 210 and long-term liability 560, right? So can we calculate stockholder equity? We just add them and rearrange the equation. Here we go. So total assets are 1180. Total liabilities are 770. The equation is balanced? No. So by balancing, it means it's 410. So stockholder equity, it is a balancing figure. We find out from balancing the equation, because this is the equation, it's a must figure. So the equation should be balanced, right? Okay. How much in resources do you okay, what are the questions here? Now the second question. How much in resources does Blue Diamond Corporation have to work with? So remember, this is corporation. Corporation is different from its owners, right? Here we go. So what are the company total resources? 1180. Company's total resources, not the owner's total resources, companies. So pay very minor details here, what the question is asking for. Now the next one is, how much in resources does the Blue Diamond Corporation have to work with? Total assets. That is under its possession, right? How much does the Blue Diamond Corporation owe to its creditors? How much is the outsider claim? 770, including current liabilities and long-term liabilities, right? How much of the company's assets do the shareholders actually own? Shareholders only own 410 million from 1180, right? Insider claim. So I'm making the breakout room. All you need to do is you need to answer these 4 questions based on equations. Okay, so take a picture. Meanwhile, I'm setting up breakout room for you guys. Uh-oh. I'm setting up 4 breakout rooms, it means 4 per group. So remember the ethics for breakout room. You must turn on your camera and microphone. Please take a picture and accept the breakout room activity. Write down class activity for lecture 1. Write down your group's names. Okay. You have 5 minutes to do that. Miria, PD, Priscilla, please join. Okay, those who are watching online, I'm stopping. I'm stopping here. And when we finish our breakout room activity, I'm going to start recording. Okay, class, we are back from our breakout room activity. So here we go. So if the assets are, let's compare the answers. If the assets are 360,000 and liabilities are 120,000, how much is the honors equity? Simple. Rearranging the equation, you got 240,000, right? Please compare your answer. Number 2, it's 280,000. Assets are 280,000. Number 3, a company reported monthly revenues, which means your sales and expenses are 85,000. What is the operation of the month, which means net income? How much is the net income? Revenue minus expense. Answer is 240,000. The 4th one is, if the beginning balance of retained earning is 150,000, revenue is 75,000, expenses are 35,000, dividend is 10,000. What is the ending retained earning balance? So the 4th formula we talk about retained earning ending or closing is equal to beginning retained earning plus retained earning current, or write down revenue minus expenses minus dividend. So the whole equation is going to give you the answer as 180,000. Right? Please compare your answer.
Yes.
Those who are watching online, please pause the video and compare your answer. And if you still have any questions, please do write us in our WeChat group. I would be happy to answer. Okay, so that's all for our today's lecture. If you have any question, you can ask right now, or you can write us in our WeChat group as well. Okay, remember, all the group activities must be sent in our WeChat group. All the exams that we will do, the quizzes, and the assignments must
Sorry,
be sent
sir.
as a private message WeChat. Yes.
Can you go back to the last page?
Can you speak louder, because I couldn't hear you?
Can you go back to the last page?
Yeah, sure.
The-
This one?
Question. Thank you.
I have a question. Will you be sending us the PowerPoint?
Syllabus, I would be uploading to the WeChat group right after this class.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
No.
No.
Okay, class. See
Thank you.
Until then,
Thank
take care.
you. Have a nice
See you
Thank you.
Wednesday. Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
See you. Bye.